Hello riders and not. Today on the vlog is Husqvarna Supermoto 701, the bike that will make you feel young. A while ago, I had a chance to ride 125 Supermoto. Also, this season I was riding KTM Duke 390 and Husqvarna Supermoto 401, and I really found them fun bikes. The bikes that I kind of skipped riding, jumping straight on the Harley Davidson. So for me, riding something like this is like going backwards and riding something where I literally had to start on. I think it's quite lucky that I didn't have this opportunity before I became a mother, because I was completely bonkers and probably wouldn't be alive if I had a motorcycle back then. So now, being a responsible adult, I appreciate the opportunity, but aware of the consequences riding the bikes like this, because this is a badass. A Husky Supermoto 701 comes with a single-cylinder 4-stroke 692.7cc engine, and according to Husqvarna, delivers 74 horsepower at 8,000 rpm and 73.5 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 rpm. Guys, it's so much fun. If you've never ridden Supermoto like me before, you definitely have to try one. Oh my god, it's like a toy bike on steroids. I don't even know how to explain it. It's light, it's nimble, it's quick. You just feel like you can do anything you want. I literally felt like this is the bike I would like to learn the wheelie on. Unfortunately, this is not an option and I couldn't even try because it has unswitchable ABS at the back. I asked at GH Motorcycles who is the customer of Supermoto 701, and I've been told it's somebody in late 20s, in early 30s, somebody who wants to be badass. The guys who's coming back to the shop for a service, they have a very loud exhaust, they're having the bike adjusted to be able to wheelie. On 2022 model, you can switch ABS in the front but not at the back. So they cut the wiring somewhere, switch the ABS completely at the back. In fact, the customer who chooses Husky over the very similar KTM model is because it's less electronics in it. They want something very simple and something they can break the rules on. Service intervals for this bike is 6,000 miles or 12 months. And I've been told at GH Motorcycles that most of the customers coming back by the time and not by the mileage. It means that majority of them do not use this bike for commuting, and it's more of a fun bike, like I mentioned, something to maybe go sometimes commuting and going to the gym and going to the shops and going to the bank, but it's not common to have it as a everyday commuting bike. if you are the owner of the bike like this, please tell everyone what are you using it for and why you decided to go for this particular model. So maybe you will help somebody else to make that choice. I am 1 meter 75 centimeters tall, and I can't stand firmly on the ground on this, but I can tiptoe, and that is more than enough because the bike is very lightweight, so it is very easy to handle it even if you have to stop on one leg. It feels absolutely comfortable and confident, especially if you are a beginner rider or coming back rider and decided to go for this particular model. It seems like Husqvarna listened to their customers and they did change the mirrors from the little ones in the previous model. I'm not particularly keen to the Mickey Mouse looking big mirrors, but they are here for a purpose. However, when I sit on the bike, I do cover about the half of the mirror with my shoulders, but they are so big that on the other half you can see everything that you need behind you. Still, I would probably change it. I took this to play on all the different roads just to see how it is to ride it in town in the urban environment, ride it on the B roads and ride it on the A road, which is almost an equivalent to the motorway here, A12 here near Colchester. And it covers it all. Absolutely. These are covering the wind to your hands, so I didn't got my numb fingers. Maybe it's an idea to install something like that on the Harley to block the wind. Overall, all the controls are in the right places. Everything is very nice and easy to reach. The grips are nice, not slippery like rubbery, but also very nice thickness. Comfortable to get the levers, nothing is too thick. Absolutely great bike to ride. At the beginning, it took me some time to kind of adjust myself to a different sitting position and different height of a bike, also as a different power, but with just a little bit of time, it's so easy to adjust. And oh my god, that is so fun. That is such a fun bike to ride. Seriously, guys, I am so happy. I don't normally like urban environment, especially in Colchester, because here you can't filter like in London. Drivers are not so used to it, so they don't leave a gap, they don't look at the mirrors. It's also dangerous. So it has to be a special bike for me to like it. I always like to filter and to do the town traffic on my Sportster because it's loud, thinning up, I'm very used to it. And now with the 1200 upgrade, it just goes if I need to overtake. The brakes, however, it's a different story. But this covers it all, like everything. If you need to overtake quickly, you can feel absolutely confident in the bike, and oh, how much fun you can have. When I saw it first time, I thought it kind of looks like an ironing board almost. Like you would sit on top of it. How surprised I was when I was riding and sitting on the bike. And actually my knees are like perfect into that curve. So I feel in the bike, I feel so much with it. Sitting that tall and sitting on the seat like this, and it's kind of like, when you look at it, it looks weird shape for me, but once I started riding, it just fits so well with me, with my size, and I felt very, very confident and very comfortable riding it. On my reviews, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's not about the technical stuff, and you probably notice sometimes I get misleading information from other sites about the technical stuff as well, if I can't find it on the official sites. I try to share the experience that I have on the bike and how does it feel to me, like what emotions does it cause, to give you something, guys, that you might not find somewhere else. So I'm trying to share as much of emotions that I had, as much of my experience riding it, to help you to choose if it is maybe a right bike for you to try. But you can have a completely different feeling, because you might have a different body shape, or you might ride absolutely different bikes from me, so you will compare it with a different experience than me. So always, if you're choosing a bike, go for a ride. That's what you have to do. If you're thinking to take this one for a ride, go now. You will not regret it. The B road, that's where I enjoyed that bike the most. You can't go very fast on the B road because the corners are very tight and you can't fit two vehicles normally, it's too narrow, so the car or a van can come straight in the middle of the road and you have to be cautious of that. And this bike, going around 50-60 miles per hour, I enjoy the most. Literally, like going down to 30 and going up to 60, absolutely loved it. And going on the twist corners, as well as going in town, but not in town where you have to filter. Hey dogs! Hello! Hey! I've been told that GH motorcycles, that the guys who bought it coming back with the extremely loud exhausts. But I found even the stock exhaust and the stock sound is pretty loud. It's great in the urban environment and great in town because you can be heard.